I spoke with Chelsea Midland, the productions director.
I sit on the board for the Suicide Prevention Coalition, and we put together this dinner theater to raise funds for our annual scholarship and just to build awareness in the community around suicide. You know, it's a horrible epidemic that is continuing to happen across the country and in the news, and we want to really make sure that we're bringing awareness to this. And our fundraiser not only does that, but it also provides an annual scholarship to a student that's been impacted by suicide in our community.
Tickets are available at pltlive.com. For Mix 99.3 News, I'm Bill Shook.
Well, also, presidential candidates say the darndest things as well.
At times.
You know, I'm not a psychologist, Bill. I just play one on the radio.
And you did stay at the Holiday Inn Express.
I did. I love that place down there. But no, this is where I don't get Donald Trump, and I'll just be honest with you. Had Biden, dropped out of the race, and I heard about it yesterday. And the reason he's dropped out, now, Donald Trump has been a president. He knows everything that goes on with that job. I would have said something to the effect that, gosh, maybe, due to his mental acuity, maybe it's time that he goes home and rests. And, I've been a little more kinder and gentler to the fact that the reason he's dropping out of the race, but apparently he kind of went unhinged last night on his Truth social page, and he just went off on Joe Biden. It's not over tomorrow. Crooked Joe's going to wake up and forget that he dropped out of the race today. A lot of stuff like that. If you want to read it, you can go yourself. But don't you think, after all the guy's been through, he doesn't need to be berated after he finally made the decision that I think everybody knew, including Donald Trump probably, that he needed to make.
Well, I think Biden made it for the sake of his political party and stuff. And heck, let's make an excuse for Donald. Maybe, that ear patch he was wearing prevented him from hearing the calls for unity.
Yeah, exactly. And this is all of a sudden off script. He's gone in less than a week or in about a week. And I don't know. I feel sorry for Joe Biden a little bit because, he was in a tough place. And anybody that gets to retirement age, that all of a sudden you're at that vortex where you say, can I do the job any further or can I do it anymore? But I want to. That's a tough decision.
Yeah.
I don't care whether you're a plumber. I don't care who you are in any shape or form, or the president of the United States. Everybody has to come to that decision at some time.
Well, sure. And, he's been the party's torchbearer for the last, 5 years. And, that's a tough spot to give up. It's the difference between being a politician and a leader.
Right, exactly. And he's been a career politician. We all know that.
And here in the last 4 years, I think he's been a leader. Certainly over the weekend, he showed leadership by putting aside what he wanted, for the good of the party.
I'll give him 2 words of advice. This will work for me when it's time for me to leave. Maybe it'll be good for him.
What's that?
Go fishing.
There you go.
Those 2 words, Joe. Go fishing.
Yes.
And for Donald Trump, leave him alone.
For now, yes.
For now, anyway. All right, thank you, Bill, for this update. Brought to you this morning by Roger Hemming, LLC. Find Roger on the West Side 104 for all of your construction needs, including, again, overhead doors and fencing. And we'll check in with ONN next.
Southern Ohio Overhead Doors and Fencing has all kinds of garage doors in multiple sizes and colors for commercial and residential use. It offers both sales and service. Fencing-wise, there's wood, vinyl, metal, and chain link. Southern Ohio Overhead Doors and Fencing can custom-make gates and is the only company around that can install and service electrical gate openers. Southern Ohio Overhead Doors and Fencing, 22115 State Route 73 West Portsmouth at Roger Hemming Contractors, LLC. Phone 740-529-0133. Guaranteed lowest prices, financing available, credit cards accepted. See store for details.
And good morning. We did finally get the rain in downtown, 71 degrees, and checking in with ONN.
This is ONN. I'm Jay Fox on the Ohio News Network. The Ohio State Fair kicks off Wednesday and runs through August 4th. Among the performers this year are Alabama, Stone Temple Pilots, and Boys to Men. There's a new rule this year to take note of. Anyone under 18 years of age will not be allowed in without an adult chaperone, like a parent or relative, after 6 p.m. The rule will not apply to concert goers at the fair, and children with livestock will still be able to see their animals without a chaperone. A Lucas County man has been found guilty of murdering a 3-year-old boy. Callie Marintet with ONN affiliate WTOL-TV has more.
A jury found Michael Kiddo guilty of aggravated murder, felonious assault, and endangering children. In October of 2022, Kiddo watched his girlfriend's 3-year-old son, Declan Hill, while she was at work. Kiddo called 911 and reported that the child had run into a wall. The toddler was found unconscious, unresponsive, not breathing, and without a pulse. Sentencing is set for July 24th.
There was a Coast Guard rescue on Lake Erie Saturday. Kiter K with ONN affiliate WKYC-TV in Cleveland reports.
The 22-foot boat was reportedly taking on water in the Ashtabula area. The Coast Guard says 3 Good Samaritan boats were called in to help with the rescue. It was eventually brought back to Ashtabula Harbor, and everyone on board is okay.
For the Ohio News Network, I'm Jay Fox.
And it is time once again for sports, brought to you by Oliver Creations. Right across from Dr. Honda Toyota, US 23 at Curve. Stop in. They've got signed sports memorabilia. They've got clothing. They've got wonderful summer home decor. They got it all at all of her creations. All right, well, now we've gotten 3 days deep after the All-Star break, and the Reds are doing what they seem to always do.
Yeah.
I don't care what kind of a team they've always had. They never, ever carry the All-Star break very well.
Nope, that seems to be a trend that is continual year after year, even when the Reds are having a good season, especially when they're not having a great season.
Well, they end up two games under 500, and all they need to do is kind of start it up again against the lowly Nationals and maybe take a series or a sweep, and then they'd be looking good. But
or even 2 out of 3.
That did not happen.
No.
So welcome back, Chuck.
Yeah, Steve, it's great to be back to talk about our beloved Cincinnati Reds. That series can be summed up in 3 words. Wah, wah, wah.
There you go. All right. Tell us what didn't happen.
The Reds did not pick up a win in the 3-game series in the nation's capital this past weekend. On Friday, the Nats won 8-5. Washington took Saturday's game 5-4, and on Sunday it was the Nationals triumphantly taking down the Reds 5-2. In yesterday's contest, Stuart Fairchild and Noelve Marte both hit home runs. Jake Fraley and Ellie De La Cruz each logged doubles. Andrew Abbott got to start, had a pretty decent outing. He went 6 2/3 innings, allowing 2 runs off of 6 hits. He then moved out of the way for Lucas Sims to pitch 1 inning, but that was all it took for Sims to give up 2 runs and take the loss. The Reds will now head to Atlanta, where hopefully their luck will change. Cincinnati and the Braves will get together for a 7:20 first pitch this evening. You can hear that contest on Fox Sportsman AM 1260 and 95.7 FM. Coverage will start at 6:50. Hunter Green will start the first of this 3-game series tonight for Cincinnati, while Atlanta will counter with Reynaldo Lopez. The Reds are 10.5 games out in the NL Central to start the work week, dead last in the division. The Cleveland Guardians dropped 2 out of 3 to the San Diego Padres over the weekend. The Guardians opened up the series Friday, winning 7-0, but the Padres returned the favor on Saturday and won by that identical score of 7-0. Yesterday, it was San Diego taking the rubber match in a close one, 2-1. This evening, Cleveland will entertain Detroit for a 6:40 first pitch. The Guardians have a 5-game lead in the AL Central. The NASCAR Cup Series was in Indianapolis yesterday for the Brickyard 400, the 30th annual running of this race, as was the case in the very first Brickyard 400 back in 1994 when a Rick Hendricks car won the race. It was driven by Jeff Gordon then. It was another Rick Hendricks driver prevailing yesterday as Kyle Larson took the checkers, winning his first ever Brickyard. Rounding out the top 5 were Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, and Bubba Wallace. A lot of PRP ties there in that top 5. Kyle Larson has raced and won at PRP. Tyler Reddick has raced at PRP. Christopher Bell, who finished 4th, his crew chief is Adam Stevens from Portsmouth, so some close ties. In PGA Tour news, Xander Schauffele won the Open over the weekend, finishing at 9 under, 2 strokes better than Justin Rose and Billy Horschel, who tied for second. And the Cleveland Cavaliers and 7-footer Evan Mobley have agreed to a 5-year, $224 million maximum rookie contract extension that could become worth as much as $269 million. The 23-year-old Mobley finished third in voting for Defensive Player of the Year in 2023. He was named an all-defensive first-teamer that season. Your Portsmouth Insurance Sports Time is 8:42. Portsmouth Insurance is a TAH benefits partner. Call Gary Duzan for all of your employee benefit needs. And that is a look at sports.
All right, thank you, Chuck. And it's brought to you this morning by all of her creations. US 23 North, right there at the curve, right across from Glockner Honda Toyota. And we'll take a look at your traffic weather together next.
All of Her Creations in Portsmouth offers all kinds of gorgeous home decor, including beautiful Ray-Dun pottery, custom-made wreaths, wall hangings like signs, picture frames, and clocks, and Ohio State swag for the man cave. All of Her Creations can even create customized t-shirts. For all kinds of great-looking home decor, visit All of Her Creations at 2952 U.S. Highway 23 in Portsmouth, just across from Glockner Honda Toyota, and follow All of Her Creations on Facebook. All you need is at All of Her Creations.
And traffic service of your friends at the Scioto River, 1024 Gallia Street. Dashing Darren, Will the Thrill, Chasing on Grill, they're all there at All of Her Creations. Well, finally got our rain coming through, and it is kind of heavy in some places, so just be careful and cognizant of that. Junior Furnace Palsville Road down to one lane, again, as they work on that drainage improvement project. We've got also Pond Run Road, that in Nile Township. They're going to be doing some berm repair there. And if you see something we need to know about, wrecks, radar, or whatnot, give us a call, 354-1993. Traffic and service of your friends at the Scioto River opens 7 days a week.
Weather is service of the Scioto County Career Technical Center, where you can begin your career as a certified pharmacy technician. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. For more information, call 740-259-5526 or visit sciototech.org.
Your first alert forecast from WSAZ. More clouds than sun today with a few scattered showers and rumbles. The heat does take a break a little bit with temperatures in the 80s. Partly cloudy and quieter. Still humid. Lows in the upper 60s. Patchy fog in the morning on Tuesday, then partly sunny with a few scattered showers and rumbles in the afternoon. Highs in the 80s.
I'm WSAZ News Channel 3 meteorologist Brandon Butcher on the Ohio Valley's hit music channel, Mix 99.3.